Hello, Bloodies. Thank you for visiting the crypt, or office, of the Dead and Laughing Show, where the collection of stories is growing almost every night by souls just like yours. I'm glad to have you here as we delve into tales of the unexplainable and the unbelievable. Verses of shadows and specters, witches and weirdos. Did you hear that? Don't worry. Pay no mind to the entity in your area. It likes to wait until you're all alone. Now grab your cuddle corpse and say a prayer that you don't live in these moments. Welcome to Live with the Afterlife. Oh, hello, Bloodies. Welcome back. I've been expecting you for a little bit. I was actually thinking, I've been thinking for a while, how do I address this story? It's been puzzling me for quite some time. It happened quite a long time ago, and it did happen to somebody that I knew personally. Before I go any further, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm actually working on one of the paintings for one of the upcoming stories. Not this one, but one of the upcoming stories. This painting is for. Man, it warped the it warped the painter's tape I use. Yes, I use painter's tape so that way, you can get clean edges and all that fun shit. And it fucking warped it. It's okay though. Could be worse. Could be so much worse. Don't forget, you're watching this on YouTube. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think. God, just thinking about the story still, it fucks with me a little bit. Just seeing about it, it's like, oh man, did they do that? Oh man. But yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, do all that fun stuff, and it's free. That's the most important thing, especially because everything nowadays is getting a little bit more expensive. If you're not worried about that type of shit where things get more expensive, one, I envy you. And you know what, really, I envy you, because I always have to worry about prices no matter fucking what. And it's not like I have kids. If I had my own larva, my own little larva running around, that would be more of a pain in the ass. So if you're a parent and you're going through all this bullshit, I applaud you for keeping it up, because holy shit. Ugh. Another way to support this show and the Den Laughing Show, and for CrudetheCorpse, the gaming channel, subscribe, like. For Spotify, follow, leave a comment, let me know what you think. If you have your own story that you would like to be on here or on Spotify, and also I do hand paint every single one of these fucking things. I can show the one I finished for this one. This story always gets to me. Thinking about it, it always gets to me. This one is called But They Were His Friends. This happened quite some time ago when I was a teenager. I remember this person. I knew him for some time, actually. I think it was in elementary school, then middle school. It's not like we were very close, but I could say that he was a a close acquaintance. Whenever we were around each other, yeah, sure. It was just like, okay, whatever. Like, you're here, talk shit. Hey, how you doing? And stuff like that. Everybody has people like that around them. To me, he was no exception. We were close acquaintances. Nothing super meaningful. Nothing very heartfelt was said between us. We were just like, oh yeah, I know him. He's actually a good person. Like, yeah, I know him. He's kind of a dick, but yeah, he's a good person. At least I guess that's what it was said about me. The second one, yeah. The first one, whenever anybody asks, oh, you know who this guy is? Yeah, I know who he is. Why? Oh, I was just wondering because he said he knows you. Oh, yeah, I know who he is. Why? Did something happen? No. He said he knew you because I brought you up. And it was like, oh, okay, all right, yeah, he's a good dude. Yeah, I never had a problem with him, and that's usually how the conversations would be about this dude. And for, you know what, for his family's sakes, for everybody who was involved, I don't know anybody's names, which is, I mean, hey, I don't know any of their names. I know the actions that were taken. But for him, I'm not going to say his name. I'm going to keep that anonymous out of respect for him and his family. This all happened during one day. One regular day. It wasn't any sort of anything, really. It was just a boring, normal day. Sun was shining. It was warm. Cool breeze going through. The shade felt cool. Nothing was out of the ordinary. I was actually already dating Ghoulie Julie. And I was going to her house. As I was going to her house, we were just talking, bullshitting, random shit, here and there. That's about it. Get to her house. We just hang out, have fun, eat some food, which was amazing to me because there was no food in my home for a majority of my life. You might think I'm just making that shit up. I am not. If you were to ask my brothers, they would tell you the same thing. I am not kidding. You can ask her. She won't fucking stick up for me. She'll tell you straight up, oh, fuck yeah, there was nothing. He was starving when I met him. I was like a hungry pup. Fed me once and I never wanted to fucking leave. But really, I mean, that was real. I'm not even kidding. But really, the day was unremarkable. It was just another day. As we were hanging out, we were talking shit, just having fun, just whatever. We were in Ghoulie Julie's kitchen. Well, inside the kitchen in the home. And the TV was on. They had a little square tube TV and all that shit just in the corner of the dining room. It's like, oh, okay, whatever. Her siblings were watching TV, and I forgot why. It was somebody was changing the channels. I seen somebody that at that point in time I was calling a friend without fully knowing the weight of that word. I seen his picture pop up on the news. I stopped and I said, wait, go back. Go back. What do you mean? Why? Just go back. Okay. Me thinking that maybe it wasn't him. Maybe it wasn't him at all. Maybe it was just somebody that looked like him. Went back maybe 4 or 5 channels. He did it quick. It was him. And I was like, wait, I know that guy. Her sibling said, no, you don't. I went to school with that guy. I know who he is. I've been around him before. Like, I've hung out around him before. I know who that is. So everybody stopped talking. It said on the news that he was found in his living room, beaten and executed. And I knew where he lived. I knew what street he fucking lived on. By this point, I was in high school, and I would see him in a passing. We would see each other, hey, how you doing? Whatever the fuck. It wasn't anything really important. It was just, hey, what's up? Like, haven't seen you in a bit. How you doing? Shit like that. Just rare. Very rare. But I would still pass him. Because I was still hanging out with friends from that area, from the schools that we both attended. I didn't know the shit that he got into. As I listened, they said that he was found in his home, executed, beaten, in the middle of his living room, left there to be found by his family. It's been some time, but I think it was his parents that found him first. A little bit after that, a little bit after hearing it, I called one of my friends, and this guy did the same thing. He lived in that area, so he knew him a little bit better than I did. I didn't think about who would be affected. I just called him first. And I told him, as soon as he answered, when I called, I said, hey, dude, did you fucking see this? He stopped. He immediately knew what I was talking about. He said, yeah. Like, dude, everybody's talking about that right now. He was found in his living room. What the fuck? How the fuck did this happen? Who the fuck did this? He brought up something. He brought up a fact that I did not think about. His family. His best friends. Those that he considered best friends. One of his close friends. I'm not going to say his name out of respect. But one of his close friends I was close friends with. And I knew him. He was a good dude. He was a goofy motherfucker. He was the class clown. Actually, you kind of could say majority of us were class clowns, but some of us were higher ranking. And this guy was one of the higher rankings. And I knew him better than I knew our close acquaintance. Well, my close acquaintance. One of his best friends. I didn't think about that until my friend, my actual close friend, brought that up. Like, holy shit. They're all probably thinking about this right now. It's probably hitting them. All of them. Hard as fuck. The fact that this happened, the state that he was in when they found him, it just left a fuck ton of questions. I think something, I'm not sure if they had a camera. I don't think they were really that well spread out, but there was a lot of talk. A lot of talk. Didn't know what the fuck happened. On the news, a lot of it wasn't said. And everything that we found out was hearsay. It was just talked about. It was just, well, this is what happened. These are the people that went there. After some time, some arrests were made. They found out who did what and how, but they didn't really fully know the why. It turned out, my friend at that time, he got into some shit. he was getting into some more street activities, I guess you could say. He was dealing with people who didn't know what the fuck they were doing. Who thought this would be cool, let's try to expand. And they got into some shit. They started acting, I don't know, I can't say exactly what they were doing because I don't know the people that he knew. I heard about it later. They're like, oh yeah, dude, they're trying to start this whole thing right here. They tried to expand. These fuckers didn't like it. These guys didn't like it. They were getting fucked with, and our friend, as I said, my close acquaintance was getting into that shit. Not even by his own choice. He got pulled into it because of these others' actions. Because he wasn't... Okay, he wasn't that type of dude to full on, like, be a gangbanger like that. To be going out there starting all this shit. He was relatively a calm dude. He looked like if you got him in a bad mood, that he would be in a bad mood. But whenever I was around him, whenever we were like hanging out, he was there. It was like he was a good dude. There was nothing wrong. There was no issues. Nothing at all. That's why it hit so weird. It was just so strange to find that out that happened to him. Kept asking why. And the answers were he was trying to get out of it. But he knew just a little bit too much. He was trying to get away, trying to put that shit behind him, trying to leave that behind. And some of those that were trying to push into territories that didn't belong to them found out. I don't know how, I don't know by who, I don't know who the fuck they were, but they found out. And since he knew just a little bit too much, they decided he needed to go. Thing is, who would do it? Ended up finding out that there were people that he knew. They were close to him. Some that he wouldn't expect. This is the part that fucks with me the most. They were people that were closer to him. They were hanging out with him. They were those that brought him in. They were like treating him like he was part of their family, whatever the fuck. Just finding that out, that they're the ones that got caught up for it, is fucking insane to me. The story goes that as he was home, his family left. Don't remember the reason why. It was just like I said, it would have been a normal day. They probably left to go get something to eat. Who knows? Maybe they went to go get pizza. Maybe they went to go get Taco Bell, whatever the fuck was over there. But he stayed home, and he was by himself. So they asked him, do you want to go? No, I'm going to stay home. He stayed home. A while after his family left, his mother, father, siblings, they took off. There was a knock on the door. Him, not expecting anybody, answered. When he answered, they acted friendly. There's more than one person there. They acted friendly. They were his friends, for fuck's sake. There was no struggle to get into the home. He invited them in. A little while after he invited them in, I don't know what exactly happened. I don't know what went down. The story is that they proceeded to beat him. Stomp him out. They fucked him up in his own home. I don't know the degree of how bad he was beaten. But apparently they jumped him. More than one person. He invited them into his fucking home. And they fucked him up. After they did that, it's fucking really fucked up. They executed him in the middle of the living room for his family to find him. As I'm being told this, I thought, no fucking way. It would have to be, I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. Why would these people who know him, who are his friends, do that? Because he knew shit about what they were doing. Me and the others that were finding out this information, none of us knew what he was doing. None of us knew what him and his friends were doing. At least none of us did. We didn't know. And I know better than to ask a fucking question like that. So I was baffled that happened. Because I never would have thought that he would be that type of person to do this shit. But he got sucked in. He got pulled into it. And this is where the title comes from, because as me and my friends were talking about it, because we knew him. We were talking about it. Somebody said that, but they were his friends. Yeah. They were his friends. It's truly sad. What they did, he got himself into it. It's fucked up. He got himself into it, but damn, to that degree, for his family to find him. And it's not like a little it wasn't like a little thing where they walk in, oh, there's just like a little scuffle. No. It was described to us as he was you could tell that he put up a fight. You could tell the living room was shambles. That when they fought. We were told that like neighbors could hear sounds, neighbors heard things, they didn't know what the fuck was going on, but apparently he fought. You know what, for his sake, because he was a good dude, he was a good guy. We were all young and dumb and young and dumb and full of cum, pretty fucking much. Hopefully for his sake, he beat the fuck out of those motherfuckers. He was a lanky dude. he was a lanky motherfucker. So I know when these skinny motherfuckers, when they hit, it's all bone. So that shit hurts. I know. I've been in fights with lanky dudes. But for his sake, I hope he hurt them. But in the end, it didn't matter. Because they still beat him. And the fact that he was executed. I think it was his like forehead, like they got him like that, in the middle of the living room, then left like nothing happened. There was updates on the news saying that whoever did it was caught and other shit. I wasn't relying on the news. I was asking friends of mine. I did see our own mutual friend, and I told him I'm very sorry to hear about that. I'm very sorry to hear about what happened. He teared up a little bit because they were very close. They were very fucking close. He's like, he said, like, thanks. Like, after that, it's just been so hard. I mean, like, I really do miss him. Every single day I miss him. Once in a while, I still see posts about him, and the words are the same. He was really a loved dude. It's just sad that happened. Truly sad that happened. As time went on, we were still hearing about it. That, hey, you remember this guy? Remember this happened? Yeah. Why? Well, those guys got caught, and like we heard more. We found out more. Like, oh, okay, so what happened? And that's when he was told that he knew too much, so they couldn't just let him go. That was when we were told that whatever he knew, they sure as fuck weren't gonna let him leave. I don't know how much of that is true. I'm always, when it comes down to these situations, because I've heard these types of situations from other people, from family, about their friends or somebody that was close to them or somebody that they barely met, where it's not always a stranger that will do something to harm you. Sometimes it can be your closest friend. Sometimes it could be your brother, your sister, your mother, your fucking father. It could be anybody. You never know. In that life, those words have a fuck more weight to them. Because it's true. In that type of life, you never know. Because those people are told it's either them or you. Because like I said, I've heard those type of stories before. I've heard those types of stories from a lot of different shit, really. But still, the fact that seeing that happen to somebody that I actually knew was very fucked up. Really, very fucked up. Because I've seen this happen a couple of times. Sadly, most recently it happened. Fuck, I don't remember how many years ago. It happened a couple of years ago, where I didn't know this guy personally. I've talked to him, and he was by everybody's accounts, he was a wonderful dude. He was a close friend of my brother's, and somebody that he was being a friend to stabbed him. Somebody that he was being nice to, somebody he was helping, stabbed him, and sadly he passed. It's incredibly fucked up to think about that. I know some people might see this, if you see it on YouTube or you listen to it on Spotify, you might say wow, he's like he's selling the story or whatever the fuck. It's not just a fucking story to me. These are incidences that I know have affected my life and people close to me. I'm sure some who will be watching this will have the same thought. Like, I know something like this, or I've known somebody who this happened to, and it's such a fucking strange feeling because you feel sorrow. It's the same thing as if you lose somebody, but it's different. You still feel sorry, you still feel sad. I mean, thinking about it now, I still feel bad that this happened to these people. And to both of them. They were their friends. The first one, we were in high school. And seeing him on TV was just like, what the fuck? And then to find out that those people who did that were his friends who did that to him, who beat him bloody and then executed him. Then to find out somebody who I didn't know personally, but who still affected my life, who helped out my family when they weren't. I mean, he wasn't fully able to. He had his own shit going on. He still helped my family. I thank him for that. I really fucking do. I thank him for that. Just to end up getting fucking stabbed and passing from it. It's still really fucked up. To those who are close to them, to those who were close to them, to those that they affected, I mean, fuck. I don't know any words that can make it easier. Any words that can make it better. Only thing that I can say is to try to think and remember and hold on to the good thoughts. Hold on to those good memories. Those goofy days. Those ones that made you happy when you were around them. Those that made you happy that they were around you. Hold on to those days. Don't just focus on, well, this happened and it's heartbreaking. Try to focus on the time you shared. The moments that you were able to look back at and enjoy. Both of these incidences were on the news. I'm not going to give a fuck ton of information because I feel that would be disrespectful to both. I mean, hell, I wouldn't want that. Okay, if something were to happen to me and it's all over the fucking news, feel free to say about it. But if it feels disrespectful to you to say my name or anything, then hey, I understand. That's what I'm doing right now, because these are moments that have hit me and continue to come back to my thoughts. Continue to hit me in the back of the fucking head that, holy shit, I seen him on the fucking news because he was murdered. I seen him on the news because he was murdered. And yeah, I know. Death is a part of life. Death is pretty much a normal fucking thing. And it affects you harder when you actually know that. That's commonality. You are closer to these situations because of it, and it feels more fucked up. That's pretty much what I'm thinking right now. as I'm saying this, as I'm bringing it up. Because like I said, I didn't know how to address this story, address these situations. Because yes, it is a true story. These are actual moments that happened, and they are little snippets of my own life that I've witnessed. And I'm just like, what the fuck? But why? But they were his friends. Even for the second one, he was his friend. I feel really bad for the people that it really does affect harder. I mean, I listened to my brother cry about it, and I wish I could have been right there to, console him, because they were very close. They were very good friends. He helped my brother. He did. He helped my brother. My brother was in a time of need, and he was one of the people to actually be there for him. Sure, he had his own issues. He had his own demons. He had medical problems as well. But that doesn't discount from him being a good person. You know what's fucked up? I want to address this. What's fucked up is some people will see these individuals, find out what they're going through, and immediately think, well, that means they're a bad person. If they have something where maybe it's an addiction, maybe it's a mental issue, something, they're immediately labeled a bad person. I want to say that they're not all fucking like that, you judgmental fucks. They're not all bad people. Some of them have been through shit. And there's a reason for how they are. There's a reason for them being how they are, who they are. As for my close acquaintance, I don't know if he had any like issues at home or anything. I don't know if he did. I really have no idea. As I said, he was a close acquaintance. I wasn't. At least I don't think I was considered a friend to him. But at that point in my life, I didn't know the weight of the word friend, and I used that word to describe him, that he was a friend. When really, I didn't know him as well as I thought. Because at that point, I thought, well, he's a friend. I know who he is. But really, I didn't know him that well. I knew him well enough to say a good word. To say that, hey, he's a good guy. He's funny. He's a goofy motherfucker. We get along. Nothing wrong. He probably thinks I'm an asshole. I don't know. All I know is we got along in those situations. He was around, we got along. When it came down to the man in the second portion of this, whenever I did speak to him, it was only a few times, since he was somebody who was held in high regard with everybody that was around him. It seemed like he would be a good dude to hang out with. Yeah, sure, he had his own issues. He had his own things going along as well, as do you. As to why. But they didn't deserve that. Neither of them deserved it. I can go down a list of people who fucking deserve it, but these two people did not deserve the way that they passed. They didn't deserve to die like that. The first one, he should have been able to grow older, have a family, still be around his friends and family. Hell, we would have been still close acquaintances, where I would possibly see him on the street or some shit and say hello, how have you been? Bullshit like that. But still, no ill words. That's the way it was. No ill words. I fucking seen him before, and I never said anything bad about him. To my knowledge, he didn't say anything bad about me. Unless the people he was hanging out with didn't want to tell me. But he was too young to go like that. I believe we were the same age. I really do believe we were the same age. Either way, that's still too young for him to go. That sounds like something that would have happened to somebody, somebody who's been doing this shit for life, who was in and out of prison and shit. He wasn't. It's crazy to think about. As for the second dude, the guy that was really close to my brother, who was actually well spoken of by majority of people that were around him. The fact that somebody else who was supposed to be his friend did that to him was absolutely fucking ridiculous. That man was going through enough, and then he still opened up his door for you. He still tried to help. Even though he was going through his own shit, he was still trying to help. I mean, fuck, he helped my mom. And my mom was a fucking bitch. My mom was the devil. She didn't deserve help. But yet, he still did. He didn't know her. He told my brother, look, that's your mom. Tell her to come over here. That's your mom. Don't worry. I got you. He's like, shit like that. It's like, you don't know this evil bitch, but yet you're still gonna. All right. So he helped my mom. He helped the devil herself, and yeah, sure, she was still a piece of shit, even though she went over there. But still, the fact that he opened his door to her because she's my mom, because she's my brother's mom, because that's the only reason. Like, that's your mom. I'll help her. Don't worry. Like, holy shit, that's a big thing. For somebody to open their doors for your family, that's a huge fucking deal. If you don't see that as a huge fucking deal, that somebody who has your back, somebody who's actually a good fucking person, who was helpful to you, fucking treats you like one of their own, treats you like their own family, and then they're like, look, you know what? They're your family, will help. Even though they don't have much, they're willing to fucking help. If that doesn't say anything to you, what the fuck is wrong with you? If that doesn't say anything to you, you were fucking Jesus. If you expect people to help you like that just because you are you, fuck you. Really, fuck you. Because nobody has to do anything for you. And the fact that he chose to do that shows so much more than just, oh yeah, he's a good dude. It shows that he's a even though he has his own shit, he's still a caring motherfucker. And for him, the way he went out, same thing. Didn't deserve it. Should have been able to fucking at least, you know, grow older. He had his like medical shit, but if he was able to get past that, he should have been able to go further. He should have been able to fucking live longer. But then a piece of shit, in both cases, pieces of shit. These selfish fucking cunts. Kill him. There's no other way to say it. I'm not gonna be one of these fucking... Oh, well, they were unalived. Fuck that. Use the fucking word. Death is a common part of life. You might not like it. I sure as fuck don't like it. I've been around it too fucking much. But it is a part of life. It's a part of this fucking cycle. Death, murder, suicide, all that shit happens. And it's very sad when it does. It's very sad when you see people who attempt it. And for these two, it's very sad that this happened. That happened. Anybody who watches this, and if you know who I'm talking about, even though I didn't know them well, they still go through my head. Even though. And if you're somebody who thinks, this is just a story, or it's not even a good story, like, I don't fucking I really don't give a shit. This is a snippet of two situations that happened around my life. I didn't know them personally, but they still had an effect on me. The reason why I say the first one, I didn't know him personally, like I said, we didn't have long conversations. How's your mom and dad? How's your siblings? How's this? How's this? No, it was, hey, what's up? How you doing? You doing good? Oh, that's nice. Like, all right. Like, what's going on? Shit like that. Blah, 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 blah. And it was interesting. We laughed. We talked shit. That was it. Second dude was a lot of gratitude. I told him thank you for helping out my mom, helping my brother. I asked him how he was, seeing if he was okay. Wishing I could have helped in any way because he seemed like such a good dude. I've even thought about the first dude where it's like, only if there was something that could have prevented that. Really. That shouldn't have happened for both cases. I really don't know how to end this. I can't just say that, well, let's be over there and be all happy, because these two situations were very fucking sad. And they were both done by people who they considered friends. But they were his friends. Fucked up. If you've been through this, you know what the fuck it feels like. You know what the fuck I'm saying. If you haven't, I'm happy for you. If you haven't been through this type of shit where you see your friend on the news, well, you see somebody you know are in good terms with on the news, you see somebody who you know is a good person on the fucking news, and not for, oh, they won the lottery, or, oh, they're fucking, like, talking about somebody stealing their car. No, seeing and finding out that they passed, that they were murdered. It really does, like, holy shit. Wish there could have been more done, but, you know, it's been this long already. Yeah, I could just... I can't end this one on a high note because these stories were very fucked up. This is meant for things that are like scary stories. Moments that you can't explain. But then again, not every scary story is led by a fucking ghost, a monster. Sometimes it's just other people. Sometimes it's those that you are close to. Sometimes it's those that you think you are close to. Those that could be your friends. So for this one, feel free. Tell your friends, tell your family. Do all that shit. You already know. I said in the beginning. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. And yeah, it still does make me think about it. About them. I hope you have a good day, bloodies. I really do. I really hope you have a good day. Hope you have a good night. If you're watching this later, I hope you have a long, interesting life. Oh, fuck. I hope the same thing for me. Because, fuck, I'm so tired of that shit. Where it's like, oh, pain in the ass, pain in the ass, pain in the ass. Oh, but fuck. It still hits hard. If you've been through moments like this, just know, sorry that happened to you. I'm sorry this is happening. This has happened. Because that shit just, it weighs on you. Not like, oh man, I feel so terrible. It's more like, fuck, but they didn't deserve it. It sucks when bad things happen to good people. And you really wonder, why can't bad things just happen to bad people? Really? Why doesn't bad shit happen to bad people? God damn. It's like they fucking trade it off and give it to somebody who doesn't fucking deserve it. That's usually what it feels like. God damn. Alright, buddies. I hope you enjoyed this episode. At the least, I hope you enjoyed this episode. A little snippet of my own fucking past. One that happened fucking years ago. And then another that happened a few years ago. Still fucking crazy. Alright, bloodies. I'm going to continue working on this, because this is for the next one. This is for the next episode. As I said, prior, I said it on the Dead Laughing show, I'm no longer going to be putting anything on Patreon. Just being transparent. I'm no longer going to be putting anything on Patreon. Nobody really visits. Nobody goes and checks it out. So what the fuck am I doing it for? So it takes one thing off of my shit. It takes one thing off of my mind. And over there, you were able to get the artwork. So you would have been able to get all these. You'd be able to download them. If they were patrons, shit, I would have made a bunch of prints, and then I would have fucking gave them out to you fucking bloodies for free. Really, that was the idea. Get enough people on there, make prints, and if you were a part of it, you were going to get them for free. Because you are helping. But, shit happens. So, yeah, I'm trying to do something else, and that sadly needs to be pushed out of the way. So, yeah. Oh yeah, as for CrudetheCorpse, as for the gameplay channel over on YouTube, well, Twitch, if you actually go to Twitch and you watch me do it live, That sounds strange. If you actually watch me play the game live, you'll hear me talk shit. You hear me, honestly, with Alien Isolation, you'll hear me freak the fuck out because son of a bitch, I get tongue-tied. I realize something. In majority of the gameplays in the horror games and scary games, I get fucking tongue-tied like a son of a bitch. I really do. I just start to. I don't know what the fuck my mouth does. I'm just. I can't control it. Gully Julie looks at me like, "Are you fucking okay?" No, I'm not okay. That scared the shit out of me. And really, it fucking. Oh god, when you have the headset on and you have it blaring just loud as fuck, and you can hear everything, it makes a difference. Because if you know what, to be totally honest, when I don't have the headset on and if I'm playing a game that's meant to make you jump, meant to like scare you, yeah, sometimes it gets me. Other times like, oh okay, like oh fuck you, all right whatever, because it's not right fucking here. It's on the TV and you can hear it coming out of there, and it still sounds far away. It doesn't sound like it's up close. But with the headset on, some people will be like, well, it's not that bad. Fuck you. You do it. You play with a headset on full blast. That shit sounds like it's behind your fucking head. It's like, oh shit. That's why with Alien Isolation, all the little sounds, when you can hear the alien and then it mixes with the background sounds of the ship, you don't know what the fuck is what, and you have to figure it out. And I was thinking like, oh okay, so that's just a ship. No, it would turn out it was a fucking alien. It was the xenomorph, and I was just freaking the fuck out as soon as it would pop the fuck out. Son of a bitch. If you haven't played that game, go play it. I highly recommend it. Go play that shit. Even the DLCs were fun. I gave up on the second DLC. What the fuck was it? The Soul Survivor? I think it was. I don't remember what the fuck it was called. It was you play as Ellen Ripley, Sigourney Weaver's character in Alien. And you're like in the first Alien film, you're playing as her. I know how the movie ends, so it's like I don't. I'll stop, but I still went back and played it. I still did it, even though I said I know how it ends. I don't need to fucking. Well, I still wanted to do it, only because it's fun. Only because it's fun. Only because it's interesting. Oh, because it was a bitch. Another one I highly recommend: A Quiet Place: The Road Ahead. I love that game, but whoever made it, fuck you in the best of way. The best of ways, fuck you. That was a good game. It really does. It really did like make me like freak the fuck out. So yeah, I recommend that. Go play those two games. They're pretty much the same. You can't fight, and you have to hide, be quiet, just fuck. If you have bad anxiety, do not play those games. Do not play those games if you have bad anxiety. Because if you do play those games, you're gonna freak the fuck out. I'm just throwing that out there. That's a warning. If you can handle it and you have anxiety, you have like those little issues or you're like fucking completely up to you. But if you have it where you can't control it, you freak out, don't do it. Don't do it. Because it will make you just lose your shit. You will get paranoid over everything. I had a friend like that who couldn't play Five Nights at Freddy's because of that. Because he's like, it's just so fucking nerve-wracking. I just like, I freak the fuck out. It just makes me just, I lose my shit. It's like, okay, just then don't play it. Just don't do it. But I want to play it. Well then, I don't know. You have to figure it out. Oh, fuck. I had to try to end it on a light note because those two moments of my life were very sad. Were very fucked up. And I was thinking about leaving it at that, but I can't just do that. They wouldn't want me to leave it as a sad thing. They wouldn't want me to leave the episode on like just the, oh. They were those type of dudes where, yeah, they wanted to laugh. That's why I said the first guy, he was funny. I remember that. He was funny. Joke, talk shit. He was funny. Second dude, same thing. He was funny. So, Yeah, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't want a story about them to be, you know, the ending point is just sadness. Fucking hell. If you have anybody who went through that, like I said, sorry. If you're somebody who's about to go through that, figure out your shit, get the fuck out of it. If you're a good person, you don't deserve that, get out of it. Just saying. Because holy fuck, it weighs extremely heavy on your friends and family, even to your acquaintances and people that you know. It still hits them. Alright, buddies. I'm going to continue on this. It feels weird because I don't know how to end this episode because the topic. But I'm going to continue this, and I think I have another bloody coming by today for another story. Yes, I do. I do have another bloody coming by for another story. So keep your eyes open for that one. I'm going to finish this for the next episode. And when you leave, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully, you know, listen to us, and it makes you, gives you a little bit of the creeps. Makes you feel something. That's my whole thing. I want to get you to feel something. That sounded a little weird. I didn't mean for that one to sound like I just realized. I'm shutting up. I'm going. Ah, fuck. I gotta grab something else for this. Alright. Bye, bloodies.